you see anything that could go with that, Evelyn?
Kids and filming, honestly.
If you see any middle babies.
When I was 15, my sister became really ill, and it took a long time for her to be diagnosed.
The diagnostic journey for me was quite long and painful, quite traumatic, because no one knew to investigate for that condition, and so I was in and out of hospital for a lot of months before they realised what it was. And all this time when I was in and out of hospital, I was deteriorating in health.
We had several Christmases in hospital. We took Christmas presents in, we took birthday presents in. She celebrated her 21st birthday in hospital. It's difficult to put into words because it is traumatic, but it's a lifelong thing. It's and you just wonder how things will pan out as the children grow up. Sorry. Yeah, you do wonder. You wonder with the family how the future's going to be. This was when they first diagnosed. We just all stick together.
Often if you've got acute porphyria. So by the time I was eventually diagnosed, I was already paralysed and had lost a lot of weight and was really quite poorly.
And at that point, the whole family had testing to see whether we were affected. So my parents and my brother and myself were tested. I was upset when I found out that I had the gene because I was scared that I could potentially go down a journey like my sister's, which was horrendous. I remember phoning Liz and saying, Liz, I've got really weird backache and it's not going away, and I feel like it's been punched and it's just really dull. And she was like, oh, I think you might need a test for porphyria to see whether your levels have gone up, whether you might be in an attack. I knew what needed to be done, but when you're so poorly, you can't focus on what needs to be done. And she became my voice and completely helped me get access to the care that I needed.
So the importance of genetic testing is really evident in our family. I think my diagnostic journey was so long and painful, and it meant that because we already knew that Sue had the gene, when she did start with symptoms, we could be really proactive. We could make sure she got the treatment and the porphyria specialist as soon as possible, and she didn't have to go through that journey that took so much time and led to such debilitating effects later.
Are you coming off? Woo! There are treatments now, so the future will be different for my little girl who has the gene.
I can't even begin to imagine Abby going through what Liz went through, and certainly what Sue went through as well. I can't begin, I don't even want to imagine that, but I kind of think I don't need to, because because the future is a lot brighter, the way that the medical research is going. Hopefully Abby will never have to endure any of that.
I think the most important thing is that you are not alone, and the information that you can gather around your condition can make you stronger. If you can have that information, you can then share that, and it might be small information with little awareness pieces to your GP, to your doctor, to your school, workplace, etc. Or it might be on a bigger level, but it makes you feel much more empowered and in control of what's happening to you. And it means that you can then educate within your family, and then aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, further children, to make sure that they, if it happens to them, they know what to do. So I think the biggest thing with an early diagnosis is if you know what you have, you access treatment so quickly. So your journey is better.
Actually, I feel quite positive about the future. At the moment, I consider myself quite lucky. I've been able to work a lot more over recent years, which means I've been able to do things like buy my own home. And actually that is a massive difference to quality of life, to be able to do those things. So things have massively changed for me over recent years.